Give me another shot and I'll be bulletproof. A couple more just to get over you. Roll up another joint and let's get on the roof. I feel like that's the only way that I get close to you.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're here with another pilot talk. We got KalliFPV. She's the #1 female pilot, racing pilot.
In the U.S., at least.
But are there a lot of other ones?
There's a couple. It's hard to tell because we haven't had a real race yet, like a good race that really shows. But I'm definitely top 5 in the world, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I'll just jump in here. So where did your pilot name and logo come from?
Yeah, I don't really have a logo. I kind of had one at one point, but my name is KalliFPV because my name is Kalli. Okay. But you won't know this, but in the past my name was Super KalliFPV Expialidocious. So like the supercalifragilistic, whatever.
Yeah.
So I had that at first. I flew back when I was like 12 a little bit because my dad wanted me to fly, but I wasn't really into it, but I flew whoops. And so that was my name back then because I really liked that word. And so sometimes my dad calls me Super Kalli, but I just like Kalli because it's shorter, but
that's really cool. I like I looked through your pretty much all your YouTube and stuff, and then I like some of your Instagram and stuff like that. Cool. And I saw that I think that's really cool that you and your dad like race together. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a really good bonding thing for us.
Yeah, that's dope. That's funny. I saw like a couple times where he would like mid-air you and during races.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Oh yeah, we were really close for a while. Sometimes he still beats me, but I'm faster.
You're younger and got the reaction times.
I mean, he was my coach, so like our old house, I'm in college now if you can't tell. But at my old house we had this huge backyard and like this cabin, and we would race there all the time. So when I was learning, me and my dad, I'd be chasing him, right? And so that really helped me to get fast quick because I was chasing someone quicker than me. But so now I'm quicker. So
so now he's chasing you.
It's still good practice. Yeah, no, because then we go back and forth and whatnot. So it's still really fun.
Yeah, I like that part of the racing too, is like the mental aspect of it too. Like you have to keep your calm and everything and not let the emotions, because it'll like mess with your flying and everything like that. But I just like, even watching it, like when I see racers and they've got, they're neck and neck, you see the quad in front of the other one and stuff, and it's like, oh man, that has got to just be like a hella mess with your mind hella bad.
100%, because even if you're the fastest pilot there, you can get in your own head and you can crash. And like, that's just it is what it is, and sometimes you can help that, sometimes you can't. Like I used to play golf, and so my dad would tell me, he's like, golf and drone racing are the same, and I was like, it kind of, because it's a really big mental game if your head's in the wrong place. Whatever. You can apply that to anything, but I thought that was pretty funny. But it definitely is a big mental game, and there's things like you can't help for sure. Yeah,
I saw one of you were like racing, and you were like in first place, and you had a motor blow off or something. Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
It was the Sarja one where you were like,
you
were struggling with the split S, and then you finally kind of got the hang of it, and then you had a motor blow off in the middle. Like, man.
Yeah, that race was really cool because that was 16 pilots were invited. I was the only girl. It was in literally the UAE. Like, that was so much fun. But the problem, their motor screws they had, so they multi-GP like built all the drones. And so we didn't do anything to the drones. Like, they were just put out for us, and if we were up, then they'd like put our we'd connect our radios and whatnot. Or I had like 3 drones that were like mine, right? And so the motor screws were too short, and so I was flying, and I was like, yes, I finally got the split S, and it just came off, and
that was so
sad. That was not my best race. I mean, it was a great experience, but I just did bad, and I was really in my head, and like that really messed with me.
I was like looking at your content and I was like, I have had to have seen you around because like I like super hardcore watch like Heads Up, like anything whenever he'd go like races, the tiny trainer races, like any of that. And I like remember him making the Sarja, like he like vlogged his Sarja trip and I'm like, I had to have seen you and just like not connected the dots.
In it. Yeah, I've been racing with Evan a lot because I go to a lot of the tiny trainer races and I was in Sharjah and IO, and then a couple years ago we did Freedom Spec. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
So we did me and my dad put on races like all over the US. We would travel like every single weekend. So one weekend or one summer, like I was gone like maybe 6 weeks in a row weekends, and that was crazy. But yeah, we went to like Tennessee where Evan was, so we raced with him a couple times. But
he's one of my favorites of the.
Have you met him?
I have not met him in person. I probably might at IO this year, maybe. I don't know. You might.
He might be busy. I don't know, but hopefully you can meet him though, because that's pretty cool. You know, you've been watching him for so long.
Yeah, I wanna. I know Nurk doesn't like really post or anything anymore from what I've seen, but I want to try to reach out to him to see if like I could do an interview with him because I think that'd be so cool.
He's such a cool guy. He really is.
And he's literally like 2 hours from me. Like he's down in Indianapolis. I'm like,
I forget. Yeah. I think he showed up to IO for like one day, rather last year or the year before. I'm pretty certain. I can't remember, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
Next question I got for you is how often do you IRL fly?
Unfortunately.
Oh, I lost you. Uh-oh. Discord? Oh, that's not good. What?
Do I show some behind?
Hello? You back? Good.
There we go.
I think my internet died on me.
Okay. Yeah, you were frozen. I was like, oh no. Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. So how often do you IRL fly?
You're good. Yeah. Now that I'm in college, I don't get to fly as much because I'm just so busy with all my schoolwork and stuff. But at my college, we have a drone team, and so like I did fly yesterday. Yeah, I flew yesterday, and then actually like right after this, I'm going to the Collegiate Drone Racing Championship, which is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I have all my drones and stuff packed and whatnot, and yeah, super exciting. But so like this weekend I'll fly a lot, you know, but otherwise maybe.
I was gonna ask you, so you're like mainly a racer, but do you do any kind of like freestyle at all? Or no?
So I've kind of tried like with my own stuff, and I don't know. I'm not the best. I also don't have like a GoPro, or I have a what is it? A DJI. Hold on, I think it's in
the Action.
Yeah, Osmo Action 4. Yeah, I have that, so I could probably figure something out.
Yeah.
Build them out, but I haven't a lot. I kind of want to try.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people ask me too, and I'm like, I haven't before, but maybe I'll try it. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that it's very good to like. So I'm only freestyle, and I've only interviewed like freestyle pilots, but I think that it's really good as a pilot in general, like FPV pilot, is to like kind of dabble in every aspect of FPV. Yeah. Just because like I feel like if you're a freestyle pilot, racing's good because it works on your reaction time and like your like quick thinking, you know, like something messes up, you gotta react quickly and everything.
Right.
And then I think like also with racers doing freestyle, I think sometimes it can help them because you get more of the flow, smooth, calculated, like, you know, I think so. I think it would be cool to. You should try it out, for sure.
I'll have to. I know some of the best freestylers. Some of them drone race, right? So like Captain Vanover.
Yeah.
He's won like multiple I don't know what you call it. I'm not in the freestyle realm a lot, but I know if he's yes, I know he's won a bunch, and he's one of the top drone racers in the world. You know, he doesn't race as much anymore, but still, yeah. I'll have to try something and see if I can do something cool.
It's fun.
But,
that's next question I got for you is how often do you sim fly?
Sim flying, I do fly more. So I probably not as much, you know, still because I'm so busy in college and whatnot.
Yeah.
But probably a couple hours a week. Okay. It used to be more. When I was starting, the big thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go to IO, and it was like winter time. And my dad, he was like, yeah, but you can't suck. And so he had me fly 5 hours a week, every week.
Yeah.
Until IO. And that's what I did. And I actually did 5 hours a week for 2 years straight. Like, I got 5 hours a week, which is good because, you know, I was in high school, I was busy, I was working, and like, I've obviously stopped that now. But I did 5 hours or more. So some weeks I'd get like 10 hours. I think I got 20 one week, which was quite a bit. But now it's less, unfortunately. But
hey, I mean, life happens.
But that helped me to improve quicker too when I was flying, and I had like I need this many hours a week. That really helped me.
Yeah, I think sims are really good for early on, and then like new tricks and stuff like that. Well, for freestyle aspect, new tricks and stuff. Next question I got for you is, what's your caffeine choice? I think I might know the answer, but
well, actually, I think it depends on the day. What do you think my answer is gonna be?
I mean, from what I saw your content, it seemed like you were a White Monster girl.
I do love White Monster. I do. It depends on the day, so I try not to drink Monsters as much because they're kind of bad for you.
Yeah. Allegedly, no.
Whatever. I do like coffee. I do like coffee a lot, so I try to do coffees. But like if I'm really needing a little kick, I get my White Monster. I think I have one in my fridge. Let me get.
That's funny.
Oh, okay. Yep. Got my White Monster.
That's funny.
I think I'm bringing that with me. I almost forgot it. Good thing you said that.
There you go.
Because I would have forgotten it.
That's funny. Next question I got for you, and I'm kind of interested to see do you run pre-arm on your quads?
I do not, but I've heard people tell me to. So I'll actually show you. I have one of my drones out. I run this turtle fin.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called, but
yeah,
my Australian friends call it a loop.
Oh yeah.
But so when I hold my drone and whatnot, I always hold it by this.
Yeah.
And I've accidentally armed it multiple times. And or not multiple. This was like 2 years ago. Okay, like when I was first starting to fly.
Yeah.
And this loop has saved me. And so I've learned now. I always put my throttle up and whatnot.
Yeah.
You can't arm when your throttle's up. At least for me. But that's what I do. A couple people have told me like you should have pre-arm, and I'm like, I've been good for now, you know.
I mean, racers, I don't think necessarily that like. Because you normally, I think most racers, I think my thing is like if you have your radio on you, hanging on you, you should probably have it just because you'll eventually bend over and knock it or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you have like the detachable and you just set your radio down, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Most likely.
When I started to fly, I had a lanyard, and like I couldn't fly without a lanyard. And that actually, I feel like built a bad habit for me because I was really bad without a lanyard. Eventually I made the lanyard longer, like worked my way back, but now I don't use a lanyard, so that helps me also with not arming. Because that thing, sometimes you bend over and it's like spinning, you know, and so it can be bad.
My son. He always ends up crashing my interviews at some point.
Nice. But yeah, so I don't use a lanyard anymore, but I should probably use pre-arm, but I feel like the thing I might forget to turn off pre-arm. And so that could be an issue
It also makes
And then it
turtling
just, like...
more difficult too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it?
Because you have to like, depending on how you do it, you have to pre-arm and then arm. So then if you crash the turtle, you have to disarm, turtle, pre-arm, and arm.
Oh.
So it's an extra input to...
Yeah.
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 So
That's interesting. That's going to make me not want to do pre-arm.
Like I said, if you said you set your radio down, so I mean,
yeah.
they're 99% of the time.
Hey, unless I chew up my arm or something and something bad happens and I have a reason to, then I might not, but that is a good point.
Next question I got for you is, how long have you been flying FPV?
Yeah, I just made a post. I've been flying for officially 3 years now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's almost 3.5 years now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I started in January of 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, so literally right on the start of 2023. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You've been. Yeah. I watched.
grade.
I watched your your very first YouTube video you uploaded. It was like 6 months of racing. Like you'd been racing for 6 months. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. You're hella fast even then. Yeah.
Thank you. I improved pretty quickly once I was flying like 5 hours a week and whatnot. Yeah. I was gonna say something. I forgot. Oh, I haven't been flying that long, like compared to a lot of people. I know a lot of people are close to like 10 years or 8 years, and I'm only 3. But you know, when you put in the effort and stuff, you can be really close to them in speed and whatnot. And especially chasing people faster than you, that's really helped me. You know, I go to a lot of races, and I try to go to races where there's going to be competitive people, right? So then I'm like pushing myself and trying to go as fast as them, and it's really good for improvement.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because you kind of learn the lines from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You're gonna have to try racing.
I
That's
know.
just what I'm
I've like dived into like I really like looked through a lot of it, and like I told you about I was super into DRL. Like I was literally like every week, like whenever I made sure like I was watching it. And that
was my dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, I was just saying, like, when I first like stumbled upon DRL and like the racing stuff, I like went back and watched even like the first like DRL races they did and stuff, and it was like it was crazy to see. It was because they were doing DRL races in like 2016, I think, or something. And I was like that's crazy. And I was like, it was crazy, and it sucks that they like got screwed over by COVID and stuff, and like kind of
and then everything went down.
Yeah, it sucked.
That was my dream. So I actually started on the DRL simulator. Like that's what fresh out of the gate. That was the way. And for anyone starting, I always recommend starting on spec. I mean, that's what I did, so I'm a little biased, but I think starting on spec like helps you create good habits. Is what I tell, or like slower drones. But yeah, I got really competitive with the DRL sim. I would do like multiplayer all the time, and it was really fun. And obviously the show was really cool too. I was really hoping to be on the show, and I don't know, they're not a thing anymore. They like reached out to me, and I even went and like they had some like testing stuff, and I went and helped them. So I think if they had another season, I think I'd be on it, but
damn, that sucks. Yeah.
They're gone, so
I was
so sad.
I was like looking through your content, and I also like remembered that like Street League was a thing. I liked watching Street League a lot, and I feel like Street League could like I would love for Street League to go like mainstream like DRL did. That'd be so cool. I think it's like a very similar, comparable kind of racing. Yeah.
For sure. I think the big thing with like starting like a thing like DRL is money. Like people just don't have the money to do that. Yeah. And it's kind of a special interest thing, and if they don't market it correctly, they'll lose a lot of money, right? So DRL, they marketed it really well at first, at least, and I think people like people tell me all the time, like, oh my gosh, I saw this drone race on NFL at a bar, and I'm like, oh really?
Yeah.
And that was DRL, you know.
Yeah.
I think multi-GP is trying to do that with Pro Spec, which is like a different 7-inch spec.
Yeah.
It's just a little quicker than Street League and easier on the batteries.
Okay.
But like same type of thing, like everyone's trying. It's just hard to get there.
Yeah.
The race we did in Sharjah, we raced the Pro Spec. So like multi-GP, like they had like a crew and they had, you know, them fixing the drones, and you had your own color, and it was very much viewer based. The way the race worked, which was bad for me. I mean, even I was like nervous. Like they do a whole thing when you walk out, like, "This is Kalli, the only girl." Like, and then I crashed, and it was bad. But everyone's trying. It's just really difficult, you know, with money and whatnot. But DRL was so cool.
It's also like probably the connections too and stuff like that.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks. I hope maybe we're gonna hope and
someone, someone hopefully in the future.
Yeah, because I would love to see DRL mainstream. Like I think that it would like just something DRL, you know, something similar like Pro Spec or something. That'd be so dope. Because like the thing about racing is like you don't even have to really understand the drones and like what all goes into it. You can just appreciate it for it's racing. Like whether you're racing a car, racing a boat, racing, you know.
Yeah,
just
whatever.
Go
like,
fast.
I want purple to win.
Yeah.
And you know, you watch purple and you think they're in the lead and then they win. Woo, purple, you know?
Yeah. I was like watching your stuff today and I just realized that like the like Pro Spec and the like the Street League and stuff is almost kind of like drift racing with cars. Cause you kind of get that like when you take turns, you gotta kind of feather your turn and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's the biggest part, you know. It's difficult, but
and then you get midair in a turn, and then it all goes to shit.
yeah. It's part of it. Some people, one of my good friends, Caden, his name's Flyboy. He's known for just mid-airing people, but also I'm known for mid-airing people. One of my friends back home, his name's Bernie, or he's in like Illinois or something, I don't know. He made me a hat and it says Midair Queen on it. Like Midair Queen bucket hat. I don't wear that anymore because I don't speak that over myself. I don't know, me and him would mid-air all the time. It's definitely a strategy thing because you can help mid-airing someone. Sometimes you can't, but sometimes you can, and you can like choose to fly slower or differently, and it's difficult, but it's just part of racing, and it's like it's part of what makes it so much fun as well. So I don't mid-air people, to be fair.
Intentionally, it's all accident.
No.
What's your current rig and setup?
So I have multiple different drones. This one here I'm running frame. This is the Light Switch V2 533 frame. I'd like to switch to a different frame. I think the Light Switch Ultra maybe, but this is what I have now. So I have the Light Switch V2 frame. The stack I'm running, this one is an HD0 stack. VTX, FC, everything. Same with the camera. Antennas are true RC, and I'm also running the 533 Black Series motors. On some of my other drones, I have the Hobby Wing stack, which has also been good to me, but I'm trying to switch to all HD0. But I'm gonna use what I have right now. But yeah, so that's my 5-inch build. But
what's so you run HD0 goggles then?
Yes, I love HD0. I know there's some people who think analog's better, which analog and digital.
Say it.
They just need to be friends. They need to be friends. Let's be friends. No more drama. It's all good for racing. I think HD0 is so much better. But I know some people still run analog, and it makes sense to run analog sometimes and whatnot. And all my whoops, I run analog. Okay, so I run it all. But yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I've heard the HD0 blows out analog really bad. Is that true? Like
so like digital. So like people with like DJI drones, that's a little bit kind of different digital, and that can blow out any channel. Like that blows out HD0 digital as well. Yeah, so what we usually try to do, I know I've gone to races before where there's people with DJI drones, and so what we do is we have them sit really far away, because and that usually works better. Yeah. But yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I had a buddy that I just recently like met that lives near me that flies, and he flies DJI, and I fly analog. And I had no issues flying with him.
Nice.
Unless like he flew his quad like
right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like any drone.
Yeah.
So.
And then what radio do you run? What's your?
Yeah. Let me just get it really quick. It's in my bag.
Yeah. Don't forget to put it back in your bag.
Yeah.
I've definitely went out to fly somewhere and forgotten something way too many times.
Oh no. Okay, so I run the Radiomaster TX16S.
Yeah.
This is my baby. I've had her almost 2 years now, I think.
Yeah.
1.5 years. But she has my name right here on the button.
Yeah.
I don't know what sticks these are. They're from 533.
Oh, the stick ends.
They're white.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stick ends. But yeah, I got the purple.
That's dope.
And I really love it. I've tried different radios. I tried the TX15. I liked it, but something about this radio. I just love it so much.
It's the racer radio, it seems like.
Yeah, I know some people have issues with like their thumbs cramping, or like a lot of people, they just have issues with their hands cramping.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people run smaller radios because of that, but I haven't had issues thus far. So I'm going to keep running my baby right here.
That's cool.
But yeah, I do. And I love Radiomaster. Radiomaster is so good to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So next question, I'm going to have to kind of modify for you, but
okay.
Do you prefer whoops or 5-inch? So I'm going to modify it to, do you prefer to race whoops or 5-inch?
Okay.
Or do you have a specific?
Any kind.
I mean, I guess for you, do you have a specific spec that's your favorite?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So if you don't know, I fly all types of drones. So I fly, whoops, 3-inch tiny trainers, or 3.5-inch, 5-inch, and 7-inch, and then I run different specs on like all of them.
Yeah.
I think my favorite drone to race is 7-inch like spec racing. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I think pro spec's my favorite just because that's what I do the most. But I think spec racing is so much fun. You're so close with the people you're racing, and your adrenaline, your heart's beating. Like, it's so nerve-wracking, but it is just so much fun. I think second place 5-inch drones, I think they're really fun as well. I think in comparison to like the top 5-inch guys, I'm not as close, but definitely for like 7-inch, I'm pretty close to the top guys out there. But 3-inch is also really fun. It's kind of slower drones, and you can fly them indoors, which I've done quite a bit. And whoops, I love whoops. I'm just really bad at them. I didn't fly whoops for like almost 2 years. Which is kind of crazy. You know, a lot of people fly whoops, but then I did, and when I first flew one, people were like, "You're really bad." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know." I just never flown them before, and they do fly differently than bigger drones, even if your rates are the same. Like, but I do like whoops still. I just need to fly them more, and mine keeps breaking. My motors.
There's always one that derpy motor. There's always one derpy fucking whoop motor.
And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna be good, and then it breaks again.
Yep. Yeah.
Makes me crazy, and they're tiny too, so they're harder to fix. And,
yeah. Soldering on tiny little motor pads on a little.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's a skill, 100%. Like, it's hard. But
That was what I was going to ask you. Do you enjoy the building aspect of racing, like where you build, 7 of the same quad or whatever?
So for a while I didn't build any of my drones because my dad like flew before me, and then he got me into it, and so he was like building all my stuff, and he did that probably almost 2 years, and then I started slowly taking over, and now I do all my stuff. But I think building is really time consuming.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because then when I build something and I get it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so smart. I'm just such a genius. I feel so good.
Yeah.
But like the building itself can be frustrating,
Yeah.
But I think some people, that's what they like about drones. Like they like the building aspect and like trying to make something work. I don't think that's my favorite part. I think my favorite part of drones is racing them and flying them. Yeah. And them not breaking, because sometimes drones break, it's not fun. But when they don't break, it's so much fun.
I was gonna ask, like, so how often do you break stuff? Like say you go for like a IO or something where you're doing racing all weekend or whatever.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, big events like IO and Champs. So IO, we call that drone summer camp. So it's like a week filled of drone racing.
Yeah.
And so they have like different tracks running all the time. You're flying literally all day for like 4 days straight. It's really great. There, I break more. So like I'll have motors burn sometimes because it's just so hot and you're flying them a lot. And also if you don't swap your props. But props, I think props you can swap probably almost every single time you fly if you hit something. Because like props really do change the way you fly, and for racing, like you're gonna want a good prop and it's gonna sound different, and that you swap them a lot. I think otherwise I probably break cameras the most, because especially if I'm flying on like conduit gates and you hit a gate, it's like ding! And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm screwed.
Oh, there went an arm maybe.
There went an arm. I don't break arms as much actually. A couple years ago, I think 533 had a bad batch of like carbon fiber. I think the person they were using like switched and they didn't tell them, and so like all your arms would delam, all of them, and so like your drone would be jittering and you'd break. So I think I went through like 10 arms at IO, and it was really bad. But like they weren't broken, but you could twist them, and so it was terrible. But I don't break arms hardly at all anymore. But you do swap and break things a lot more than you do in freestyle, I think, unless you're flying freestyle a lot and hitting stuff. But
no, normally I'd say freestyle is like if you break something, you're just going home for the day. Or you're pulling out the backup quad or whatever.
No, we fix stuff a lot at races. I don't know. It's definitely, I have my to-go soldering iron and I have all my spares and stuff, because sometimes you'll break all your drones and you're like, what do I do? Thankfully for this race I have 3 drones, which isn't that many, but my dad, love my dad, he's bringing me some of his spares just in case. So like I'll use mine, but if I like get low and like don't have spares, then I'll use his stuff. So
that's cool.
Yes.
How were you introduced to FPV?
I was introduced to FPV by my dad. So he had been, or back in the day, so he did like real estate for a while. So he did real estate photography. Then he found drone photography, and he's like, a special interest guy. So he's like, ooh, drones are cool. He found freestyle and he thought it was cool, and then he found racing. Thought that was even cooler in like 2017, 2018-ish. And then he wanted me to race. I was like 12 or 13 then. I flew for like a couple races, but I wasn't into it and I didn't like it. I was like, Dad, this is weird. I don't want to do this. And then a couple years later, 2022, I helped with the World Games, which is the Olympics before the Olympics. And so at that event, I actually got to help with the drone racing, which is me and my dad did that. So we got paid and we like put up the track, and then I got to check the voltages of the top pilots in the world. And so that was like super inspiring for me.
That's
And
cool.
so after that, I was like, I kind of want to fly drones again. And then I went to one race December of 2022, a tiny trainer race in Metropolis, Illinois. And I just did so bad. I got like last place, worst moment in my entire. I was like so embarrassed, and I was like, Dad, I want to go to IO, and he's like, You're not gonna go to IO if you suck. And so then January 2023 is when I started the 5 hours a week, and then I started like actually working and flying, and yeah. So
That's really cool. That's
yeah,
awesome.
and then the World Games, the next World Games in 2025, I went to for Team USA, and I was like the female pilot that went
that's
for my
dope.
country.
Yeah.
So it was like a full circle moment. Like I worked the one before, that's what got me into it, and then I go and I race for Team USA, and that was like,
That's so cool.
it was so special. I was really happy I got to do that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What was your favorite childhood cartoon? So not drone related at all.
I think my favorite childhood cartoons probably like, I think I had a Dora the Explorer birthday party.
Okay.
And then you can't go wrong with some SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob.
Of course.
But I had a Dora the Explorer birthday party. I know that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's funny. What was your first job that you had?
Don't connect.
Stop. Please. Go ahead.
My first job, I babysat.
Okay.
I've done babysitting for a while. So I had a family I babysat. I think I've babysat them for like 4 years now. And so I'd babysit them in the summers and whatnot, and that was really fun. And then I did like daycare, more babysitting, and I also did drone photography though.
Yeah.
My mom's a broker at a real estate office, and so I got to do drone photography, and my dad taught me how to do that. So, yeah.
Do you sit or stand to fly?
Sit. I had a phase. Where I was like, Evan Turner at first, he used to stand, and a couple other fast pilots, and I was like, I want to stand. I want to be cool, and I tried it, and it was not for me. And so I sit. It's more comfortable, and then sometimes I'd lean, and I would like almost fall over. And so if you're not like leaning against something, if I'm standing, I'm gonna fall right on my face. It's gonna be not pretty.
Yeah.
So I sit.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Alex FPV was one of the ones that I really liked watching. He was always standing to fly, standing when he raced on DRL.
He's just cool like that.
Yeah.
He's really nice. Have you met him?
I have not met him either. No.
Oh my gosh, you gotta meet them all. They're really cool guys.
I watched a lot of the racing stuff, but I was more like freestyle. I didn't ever really mess with any of the racing. I just enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. And some of the like legendary guys, from DRL and whatnot, they don't really fly anymore. Or they might be working with drone companies, but they're not like racing, like they used to.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Next question I got for you is, who are a few of your favorite pilots?
My favorite pilots. Hold on. I remember you sent this question. I just forgot to think about it.
No, you're good. You're all good.
I think my favorite pilots are just like, first of all, any female pilot. I love you. You're the best. I think Charlito, she's so cool. She works for 533 now, which is a drone company, and she's just the sweetest. Her and her husband both fly. His name's Dreadpool. She's really cool. Of course, oh my gosh, my dad, because my dad got me into drone racing, right? I look up to him so much. He taught me everything I know. He's been my #1 supporter through everything.
That's really cool.
My dad's probably #1. And then like all girls,
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Gotta
support my girls,
Yeah.
So.
Next question I got for you is, who should I interview? Who do you think would be an interesting interview?
I think you should interview some drone racers. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let me think of someone. Do you want to do another girl, or
what
do you think?
I'm down for
anyone.
anybody. Yeah.
I know, there's like Charlito I was talking about. There's Tila. Her name's Bumblebee FPV. She's really cool. They both done interviews with people before and stuff.
Okay.
I think. Oh, and another new pilot. Oh, freestyler. Sugar Bee. Sugar Bee. Hold on. I think that's her name. It's hold on.
No, you're good. You're good.
She's a new pilot trying to she's doing like social media. Yes, Sugar Bee FPV.
Okay.
She's like a freestyler, but she's been getting into different stuff. Really sweet girl.
Yeah.
So I think she'd definitely be a good one because she's a girl, but she's also a freestyler, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. That's I like. Yeah, I've tried to. I want to like slowly branch out and get into all the aspects of FPV and everything like that. Like,
Cool.
because I mean, my thing is like I know we all know like the big names and everything. So like obviously I can pick those out, but I also like getting like smaller or like newer people or less known people to interview.
Yeah.
Next question I got for you. What's one non-FPV rabbit hole you dove into?
Oh.
So like something that you've been super obsessed with that's not FPV related.
For a while before I raced drones, I played the guitar. And so I would play, I had a Telecaster. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I had a Telecaster. And I would play electric guitar and sing, and then I played acoustic guitar, bass guitar, ukulele, all of it. And I was in like our church youth band, and I was like the worship leader, and so that was really fun for me. I really like music. Even still, I really like music, but I just don't have time for drones and music. I'd like to play the guitar again. I think it's really fun, and I like to sing and stuff, so maybe I'll try to pick it up again. But yeah, anything music.
Okay, cool. That's cool. And then finally, last thing I got is anything you want to plug, like any links or anything. I'll put it all in the description and everything.
Yeah, go follow my Instagram, my TikTok, add me on Facebook. It's all rather Kalli Ames or KalliFPV. Also my YouTube. I'm trying to grow my YouTube, but it's hard to post on YouTube. I don't know why. It's just harder for me, but yeah.
I think you should definitely do more vlogs if you do like racing, because it seems
I've
like
been wanting
like
to. Yeah, I've been really wanting to. I think vlogs are fun. They're terrible to edit. Terrible.
Yeah.
But they are really fun. Yeah.
I've gotten last like 2 weekends. My son has like, he's an interesting kid. But he's like obsessed with this guy. He like plays Roblox and stuff, but there's a YouTuber that he watches that like plays a bunch of like games and stuff like that, and he made like a couple different music videos where the guy like shot him himself and everything and sung the song.
Nice.
So my son's then decided he wanted to do that, so the last like 2 weekends I've spent all weekend like shooting a video, editing it, and then uploading it. So yeah,
I used to do that with the kids I babysit. They would want to do like Barbie skits, and so we'd like make our own Barbie skits, and I wouldn't crazy edit them. I just shot them with my phone, but they loved them. They're like, "This is the coolest thing ever." And I'm like, "Yeah." But yeah, kids are creative. I need some of that like desire to be creative in me. But
I was like, oh god, I don't want to do this, but then I was like, no, like do it because it's something he's into. I want to like encourage it, you know, and like it'll be a fun thing. And it was like really fun to like do that with him and spend time with him.
And then you can look back at them as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I think's funny. I've got a couple extra questions. These will be like super quick, and then I'll get you out of here and you can get on with your day. Do you see racing as more of an art or a science?
Ooh. I think racing's more of a science. It's very technical. You have to like think about what you're doing, you know, think about where you're turning and how you're racing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
You good?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm listening.
Okay.
I got ADHD, so I can be like
Oh no,
10
okay.
different.
Yeah, racing I think is a science. You know, you have to be very technical with what you're doing. You really have to think while you fly. It can be really difficult because you know you can just kind of almost autopilot once you like learn the track. You can almost like just fly and not really think. But to be a good pilot, you have to think and you have to be very particular. You know, should I pass, especially in really close racing? I think it's a science. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. What was your favorite place to race that you've raced? Like, what was your favorite race or favorite location?
So my old house, it had the best drone racing backyard ever. Like we had a cabin, we were racing around trees, and that was just so much fun. So that's like where I started to fly. That's where I learned.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite. And then like race venue wise, I think when I went to Sharjah, that was so cool because we're flying. It's like an auditorium, an outdoor auditorium, and then it's almost like a circle where the track was, and then you know where that split us was behind. There's water, and so like I think they lost one drone in the water. I think
I wondered.
Maybe it was Alex. It might have been Alex. I don't know. I don't remember if it wasn't him. Sorry. But that was so cool with the city in the background and the LEDs, and it was just such a beautiful venue. It was just really great.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that is like I was watching through your stuff and like I thought it was so cool, like that going around to like all these crazy places to just go race and stuff.
So cool. Yeah.
Such a cool life experience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then. Oh, the last one I had was how much crap do you break, but you already answered that. So
a lot of crap. A lot of crap. Hey, but everything's fixable unless it burns. Unless it caught on fire. But
you ever had a battery go up on you in a race?
Yes. Or I think don't actually to this day I don't know. So this last champs, it was also in Tulsa, but it was at like a BMX stadium. And so like the ground was almost like concrete because it was just dirt, but it was like they put water on the dirt, and so it was like hard, and so you just break shit. Like it's pretty bad. But I think I had like an ESC blow up, or maybe it was my battery.
Yeah.
I don't know because my drone just caught on fire in the air, and I like for 2 different heats I was like searching, like in between heats, and searching in the stands, and like finally I found it. And it was just completely crusted over, scorched. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then a couple times at races, I don't know if any of my batteries have ever blown up, but I've definitely I'm sitting and I'm like getting my battery and I smell, you know that smell when a battery's about to blow up?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God. And so like I've like unplugged batteries really quick and then they like catch on fire, right?
Yeah.
Or sometimes I push a battery too far and then it catches on fire. At our old house, we had like a battery bucket, like full, like literally, like absolutely full of just dead batteries. Because it's sometimes you push them too far and there's no coming back.
No, there's freestyle pilots are definitely guilty of that too, because we just get in that flow and you're like,
one more time, let me get this trick.
Yeah. And you're like, oh shit, my battery's at like 3 volts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's funny. I ain't got anything else unless you do.
All right. Thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
It was super fun to chat. First racer on. I got to ask some racing questions.
I'm so honored. Am I the first female too, or have you had other?
No, I had Venus FPV. I don't know.
Venus?
She's a freestyle pilot.
I think actually
she's fairly new too.
I think I'm following her. I'll have to go check her out.
Probably on Instagram. She's
first racer.
That's
for sure.
Yeah.
So.
And top female racer, so you know.
Let's go. I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was a pleasure. I appreciate you coming on and chatting with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a good day, and don't break anything too much in your race, and hopefully place first.
We'll try. Yeah, thank you so much.
Or at least get podium. You know,
right.
Podium.
That is the goal. So, all right. Thank you so much.
See you.